This is my Brachypoma abopilosum. Hungry as always. Well, there went a leg. Alright, you enjoy that, sweetie. This is my Acanthoscurria brocklehursti. This one is a hair flicker, as you can tell by the little bit of a bald spot on her abdomen. But that doesn't stop her from eating. She's always willing to eat. If any of you is aware of an Acanthoscurria that doesn't like to eat, let me know, because that would be kind of weird. Just like having a GBB that doesn't like to eat, that would be weird too. Yep. Will you enjoy your meal? Took it down easily, just like the abopilosum. You gonna go in your food dish and eat like you always do? It's like, ah, there it is. Alright, guys. Oh, by the way, I want to thank all of you who responded to my video about cricket feed or any kind of prey item feed. I really appreciate that. What I ended up doing was just getting a cup of water and putting rocks in it to keep them from drowning. And then as for food goes, I just gave them dog food. That has very little calcium in it. So I appreciate the advice. Certainly don't want to have any wet molts. Haven't had any yet, but I'm pretty sure if I had kept up the calcium cricket diet that eventually it would have happened. But yep, there you go, eating in your dish like it's a plate. This one prefers a plate. Okay, guys, thanks. This is my Brachypoma Smithy. Let's see if this one will be ready to eat. So Cricket wants to play hide and seek. No, we don't have time for that. Yeah, you're supposed to be eating. Okay, well, probably would have gotten it by now if it really wanted it. Maybe later. Turn her around. This is at least a pretty update. Isn't she beautiful? Gotta love the Smithies. One of the most popular teas in the hobby for sure. I mean, who wouldn't want a tea like this? Easy to care for, beautiful, good eaters, pretty docile for the most part. The only thing is they're a bit pricey in the US. But other than that, great teas to have. Alright, well, I was hoping we can get a good feeding response, but not from this one. Alright. This is my Chromatopoma Sienna pubescens. No problem. Look at all that webbing. And that's just about a 2-inch T right there. You wait till it grows up. It's going to be webbing everywhere. Alright, well, you enjoy that. Ooh, I heard that. Heard a crunch. Unless that was just the webbing. Okay, well, going off into your little hidey hole there. Alright, thanks. This is the lair of my Salmopolis armenia. As usual. Well, we don't get a very good view of this one. When this one gets spooked, it likes to hide in its little cave right there. But it got the cricket. No problem at all. Sorry for the glare and sorry we're not seeing this one too well. But it's about inch and a half. Maybe closer, actually closer to 2 inches with that leg span. So, anyway, I got some cork bark there that it likes to climb on when it's not in the cave. Little water dish and a little leaf there. And it seems really happy with its fairly new enclosure. So you enjoy your meal, sweetie. Sorry you didn't get to see her very well, but she's beautiful. She's all black with the exception of the orange striping on her legs. They look like Nike stripes or lightning strikes. Your typical looking female Salmopolis armenia, just about close to 2 inches long. Alright, stay tuned for the next tea. Hey guys, this is my Poecilotheria striata, Mysore ornamental. I'm going to see if this one's going to be interested in eating this time. The last video I was able to get this one to eat on camera, although it was a little on the blurry side, but nevertheless it happened. So let's see if we can get this one. I don't think we're going to see it real well, unfortunately, but that's just the way it goes. like this one's interested in eating today on camera. Let me turn it around. I'm sorry we're not getting a good view. Oh. Well, there we go. And there's the cricket. So yeah, not interested right now. Well, maybe later. This one's a good eater, just not always on camera. Doesn't like the light like most pokies. They don't make a whole lot of webbing. This one just makes, you know, a little bit here, just enough to get the tea's attention if a prey item shows up. But alright, that was the Poecilotharia striata, and hopefully the next tea will give us a good attack. This is the home of my Tarantulas murinus, the orange baboon tarantula. One of the nastiest teas you could have in the collection, as far as their attitude goes. Yes, you may have that. No problem at all. You got to see a few legs. That a girl. That a girl. You enjoy that. This is my Brachypalma vagans, Mexican red rump. We got that without any problem. Sorry she's a little shy today. But she is indeed velvet black and her abdomen is red. Beautiful tarantula. Velvet black. If you like black tarantulas, you'll love this one. They're definitely skittish as far as brackies go, so I don't recommend you handling them, although sometimes you're lucky enough to get one that isn't so skittish, but I've only been able to handle mine a couple of times, so I don't really prefer handling this one, so most of the time I don't. Oops, sorry, just getting out that food bolus. I don't think you want that in your enclosure, because that will invite mites. But yeah, there she is. She's about a 3.5 inch specimen. Alright, you enjoy that, sweetheart. You want to witness a tea with a real bad attitude. There's the Ceratogyrus brachycephalus, greater horned baboon. Definitely defensive. If you watch some of my older videos, you'll see how defensive this tea can be. Sometimes I do provoke it, and other times not so much, and it still gets an attitude. So we'll see how today goes. I'm going to offer it a cricket. I'm not so sure it's going to be hungry, though, because the other day I found a pupated worm, a beetle, in there, and I don't see it now, so it must have eaten it. But, let's see. So I'm going to offer it a, I don't know, that cricket looks kind of yucky. This one doesn't really prefer to eat on camera. Yeah. Anyway, there's an update. This tea is about I'd say about close to 4 inches. Probably my largest tea right now. Meanest one too. That's why I like her, because she's mean. I like nice teas and mean teas. Mean teas make it a little more interesting. Nice teas allow you to hold them and interact with them more. Alright, well, not interested, as I figured. But, there's that little mean cuss. Looks like she's got one eye staring at me. She has 8, obviously, but from here it looks like there's just one eye. I think it's funny looking. It's like, I'll show you funny. I'll bite you. You get near me. Well, Mr. Cricket's getting a little brave. Come on, get down there. I was hoping we'd at least see a defensive strike, if anything, from towards Mr. Cricket. Come on, get it. Come on, get it. Cricket's smart. And I'm not sticking my finger in there. Oh, there goes your dinner. Your fault. You were too slow. Alright, well, there's an update. This video's been long enough. Alright, thanks. This is my Naidu carapinosis, Brazilian red. I'm going to offer this one a little waxworm. Let's see if it's interested. This one doesn't eat on camera a whole lot, so don't be surprised if it refuses food. I'm beginning to not like waxworms very much because they don't move a lot. They don't attract the tea's attention as well as like the superworms do and the mealworms. They take forever to wake up when you've had them in hibernation in the refrigerator. That one doesn't eat much on camera anyway, so I'll just close the lid, say here's an update, and that's it. I gotta power feed this one. This one just seems to be growing the slowest of my slings. Anyway, there's an update. Alright. This is my Acanthoscurria geniculata. I'm going to feed this one a little waxworm and see if it's interested. Well, no. But I'm going to check to see if they get them later. That's a nice juicy treat for you, sweetie. Alright. This is my Thrixopalma ockerty. This will be the real test to see if these are good for the... See, that one eats anything. I mean, I could stick, I don't know, a piece of, I don't know, I could stick anything in there and that thing will eat. It will eat it. Okay, I can stick a piece of cow manure in there and it'll eat it. Not that I've tried that and not that I will, but just to give you an idea, this thing eats anything. Not a picky eater at all. I don't know how your Thrixopalma ockerty is, but this one will eat, just eats like a pig. I love it. So finally, after several duds, we finally got an attack. Even my geniculata let me down. That one rarely lets me down. Very good. You enjoy that, sweetie. Uh-oh. My Aphonopalma seemani is dead. Okay, not really. Actually, he or she is molting. And I knew it was coming. As I saw that abdomen get swollen and dark, I was like, yep. And this one was denying food. Big signs of molting, and looky here. On its back. A few videos back I have it molting. I'm very good at catching this one on its back, aren't I? Well, very cool. Well, hopefully in a few hours or so I'll be able to post the result. But yeah, I really don't want to disturb them when they're in their molt, so I'm going to put the lid back on and leave it alone and let it molt in peace. I couldn't tell it was molting until I took the lid off because it's so dusty. My birds cause the room to get awfully dusty, and there's some dust on this, so I'll clean that off. Alright, well, we'll check on it later. No feeding today. This is my Nandu Colorado Velocis. I don't expect this one to attack its food, but I'm just going to stick this wax worm in there and see if it'll get it later. But there's an update. This one doesn't always eat on camera anyway, so. Yeah. But yep, there it is. Already see the striping on those legs. Well, I'll check on you later and see if you eat your worm. Alright. I'm very curious to see if the Brachypomobomi will take one of these wax worms. Okay, that'll be a yes. So far, out of all of my slings that I've offered waxworms to, the Bomi and the Ockerty are the only two that have willingly taken it without any problem. So, I think I'm going to do what Tarantula Addict does and buy me a variety of bugs to feed my teas. He feeds his all kinds of goodies. Maybe I'll get some locusts someday and try them out. Although I think they're kind of cute. In a way, I kind of hate seeing them get eaten because they're actually pretty cute. But anyway, sorry, my doves just went crazy over there. Will you enjoy that? There we go. Finally in focus. Alright, very good. This is my Lasiodora parahabana. Let's see if this one's would be interested in a waxworm. Although I think this one's in pre-molt, so may not be. Because I think it denied food last time, if I recall, so I don't think this one's going to eat. The abdomen's turning awfully dark, so I'm just going to let this one go. But there's an update. This is my largest sling, if not my Bomi. This will definitely be my largest tea after they're all grown. Can't wait till you molt. You'll be my next one to molt, I think. Alright. This is the abode of my Australian blue leg, Phallogia species. A burrower. There's a hole there, and another hole there. Another one there. Unfortunately, we rarely catch this one. On camera. Because this one is a pet hole for sure. The scary thing about that is that you can't tell that they are molting unless you disturb their enclosure. You'd have to shuffle things around in order to tell whether they're molting or not. So it's like I don't want to leave the cricket in there unless I know. So I'm going to take the cricket out. But I will put a waxworm in there because I'm not worried about that hurting the tea if it's molting. Okay, well, sorry I didn't get to see her. But she is about a half an inch. So, real tiny little thing. And it's brown colored right now. With a very oval looking abdomen. Okay, thanks. And this is the lair of my Heteroscadra maculata Togo starburst baboon. I put a waxworm in there. And you can barely see the tea right there. Right where my thumb is. So I'm just going to leave that waxworm in there and let it get it when it's ready. Alright, thanks. This is my Grammostola rosea, normal color form. Chilean rose. This one is very lazy. And is not interested in eating today. But that's a rosaire for you. One of the reasons why I wouldn't recommend this one as a beginner is only because they can be frustrating with their fasting. You know, when people buy tarantulas, they love watching the takedowns, you know, the prey. When you get a tea that doesn't eat a lot, well, that can be a disappointment. But I like my girl. I mean, yeah, you know, she doesn't eat sometimes, but she's actually sweet for the most part, and she lets me hold her most of the time. And you know, she can be a pet rock, but she does move around enough to be interesting. I really like her. I do think she is interested, though. She's moving around like she is. But she's lazy at the same time. She's kind of in a lazy mood. She's just chilling. Isn't that right? Is that right? You just chilling? Okay, thanks. This is my Nandu chromatus named Fruitcake. This is a tarantula that has black and white stripings on the legs that are skeletal patterned. The carapace is tan colored, kind of a tan grayish color, and the abdomen is red. And I'm going to put a couple of crickets in there and see if she's interested. Oh, come on. Did you get it? She may have gotten it. I heard a thump. Oh. Well, look what I found. I found a cricket that had been denied. Either that or it was hiding so well. It was hidden under her water dish. I don't think she's in pre-molt. Anyway, I'll check on this later to double check that. But I think she got that other one. Alright, thanks guys.